Hi, my name is Blake, and I'm working with Ty. We are students who attend Cathedral Catholic High School.
And we were tasked with tracking illegal poaching of elephants for their ivory in parts of Africa. Unit 1 is about the 7 properties that all living things share, which are order, reproduction, growth and development, response to the environment, energy processing, evolutionary adaptation, and regulation. Elephants demonstrate all these characteristics in order to survive in their ecosystems. Structure and function also relate in all living organisms. Biology is organized into levels starting with atoms, molecules, cells, organisms, populations, communities, ecosystems, and finally the biosphere. Elephants interact with both biotic factors, which are living things, and abiotic factors, which are non-living things like water and climate. Because elephants are support ecosystems, they help other organisms survive as well.
Unit 2 is on the structure and function of cells. Chemical bonds are formed by chemical reactions, and all organisms come from the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. These elements are better known as CHOMS. Atoms are made from protons and neutrons. The solvent of all life is water, or H2O, and all living species are made up of cells.
Unit 3 talks about how photosynthesis is the process where plants use sunlight to make food and oxygen. Elephants depend on plants for energy because they eat glucose, produced during photosynthesis. Cellular respiration is the process where cells break down food to release energy. The mitochondria are known as the powerhouse of the cell because they produce ATP, which stores and transfers energy for cellular activities. Elephants also release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere during cellular respiration, connecting them to the carbon cycle and ecosystem energy flow.
Unit 4 covers the cell cycle, which consists of mitosis and meiosis. The function of mitosis and meiosis is to create new cells. Mitosis is the function that creates 2 identical daughter cells, but meiosis, on the other hand, creates 4 specific daughter cells, meaning none of them are the same. Both mitosis and meiosis go through prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase, but meiosis repeats this process twice.
Unit 5 talks about how heredity is the passing of traits from parents to offspring. A genotype consists of alleles, while a phenotype is a physical trait that can be observed. Punnett squares are used to predict offspring, genotypes, and pedigrees trace traits and diseases through generations. Scientists also use gel electrophoresis to compare inherited DNA between family members and elephant populations. This biotechnology helps researchers identify relationships between elephants and determine where poached ivory originated.
Unit 6 is on DNA structure, replication, and protein synthesis. DNA is made of phosphate, deoxyribose, and a nitrogenous base. For DNA, these bases can be adenine, thymine, guanine, or cytosine. The DNA throughout elephant populations vary. Different DNA combinations create different traits. RNA keeps the bases adenine, cytosine, and guanine, but gains a new base called uracil while losing thymine.
Unit 7 talks about how evolution is the change in allele frequency over time. Charles Darwin developed the theory of natural selection, which explains how organisms adapt to their environments. When too many offspring are produced, competition for resources occurs. In elephant populations, poaching has increased the number of tussless elephants because tussless elephants are more likely to survive and reproduce. This is an example of natural selection and evolution caused by environmental pressures.
Unit 8 covers ecology. Unit 8 often highlights the importance of a keystone species. The keystone species in this presentation is on elephants in parts of Africa. There are multiple keystone species in Africa other than the elephant. What makes elephants a keystone species is the actions that they perform for an ecosystem. When keystone species leave, the ecosystem tends to fall apart. When something changes with the elephants, it can also cause a change in the environment.
My quote from Laudato Si that stood out to me was, "This implies a relationship of mutual responsibility between humans' being and nature," by Laudato Si 67. This quote explains that humans and nature share a relationship of responsibility. Humans should protect animals and the environment rather than harming them for profit. Poaching elephants for ivory disrupts the ecosystems and threatens biodiversity because elephants are a keystone species. Protecting them also helps protect many other organisms in the environment.
For my Laudato Si quote, I chose each year sees the disappearance of thousands of plants and animal species. I got this quote from chapter 32. This quote is very important because people kill off many species every year. God gifted us this planet to help grow and prosper. This planet should be shared with all creatures. Our earth should be healthy and growing, not sick and dying.